Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi the Light Seer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment, and let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, 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 good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host. I am Mimi the Light Seer, and over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. New child, we about to get into somebody's business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to all of my guppies. My apologies to my friends on the graveyard shift. No, I did not go live earlier today. We'll talk about that here in a second. Good evening to our international family, okay? This morning we are live on YouTube, but behind the scenes on TikTok. So if you are interested in seeing the full Pisces Tarot experience, go ahead and go to @MimiLightSeer over here on YouTube so you can have the full experience of what you're more accustomed to having. If you are new to Pisces Tarot, go ahead and put a star down in the chat. If you are a returning guest, please go ahead and hit a fish in the chat. It's almost like when you go to church. We just want to recognize who's who in our community. We want to know if you're new so we can explain things to you and you can have an understanding of what goes on up in here when it comes to the Pisces Tarot experience. But before we get started, I want to first level set with our agenda for today, which is to do some quick breath work to cleanse the energy with the sound bowl. Then I will read the energy. Well, first I will provide an insight to you, a divine insight of whatever it is that I may have, whether that's an earworm or insight. I will then follow up with an energy reading with these oracle cards. And lastly, I will close out everything that I have told you with the tarot card reading. All right. So let's first start doing this breath work. We're going to do 3 deep breaths of 4 in. And then we're going to do the sound bowl, okay? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4, release for 4, okay? Ready, go. Excellent. Let's get this sound bowl and see if it's going to work today. Y'all know how my bowl from Temu does. That's all it's got. Okay, it's Anita Baker. It's giving us the best that it got. So this is an interactive experience, y'all. So I talk to you, so please talk back to me. And if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need to see those hand clapping emojis. Let's get those hand clapping emojis so that we can go ahead and get into the insight section of today's reading. I don't know if it's going to relate to you, but it's more informative. It's more informative. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, let's go ahead and go. And if you're watching from YouTube, TikTok today, make sure you go ahead and watch us on YouTube today. All right, here we go. So I've been bringing you guys along with me on a mental health journey for the last 3 or 4 months. I know if I recall correctly, It's maybe about 3 months. More intentionally within the last 2 months, if my guppies can remind me. But I mentioned to you guys at the top of today's reading that I did not sleep well last night at all. I did not go to sleep at all last night. I have been having trouble sleeping, which I've mentioned to you guys a few times. But I have been dealing with a plethora of things that has been starting to corrupt the integrity of my quality of sleep through severe anxiety, depression, clinical depression. But I would try my best to stay upbeat and to stay positive about things, and try to manage things the way that I possibly can, because I know that I don't have time, right, to be down, to be depressed, to be sad. I don't have time to process things, right, because I'm running a household, I have things to do, etc., right? So yesterday, I had a day where I was okay most of the day. I did not sleep the night before. I probably got about 2 hours of sleep yesterday, all throughout the day. So from Thursday night going into Friday up until today, I probably had 2 hours of sleep. The day before yesterday and last night, I probably had 3 hours of sleep. Okay, I finally dozed off. But the reason why I'm explaining this to you is because I was so grieved yesterday and annoyed and angry and frustrated. My stomach is still not settled. My stomach has been anxious all night. And you know that anxious feeling. So if you've never experienced it, let me help describe it to you. It is the running off of the stomach, the constant need to feel like you have to go to the restroom, shaking. So every time you go to sleep and you get into thank you, Miss Make It Shake. Yeah, she said, Miss Make It Shake says, so sorry you're dealing with that. I have anxiety too. Yeah, it is no joke. I was shaking. Like as soon as I would try to go into a sleep state, I would start shaking. It felt like my body was jumping. Like there was nothing I can do last night that was going to change, that anxious feeling, right? And so Naomi says, yes, me too. Yeah. I was trying to talk to a friend. I was hoping to go over a friend's house last night because I just did not want to be alone. I was, here goes the emotions. I was struggling last night. I was trying to meditate. I was trying to listen to positive things. I was trying to pretend I was on a beach in a foreign country. Like I was trying my best last night to get some sound sleep. Okay. Because when you're sleep deprived, you also can have these anxious feelings, these anxious spells, right? Because you're not clear. Sleep is very, very important. Okay. Sleep is very, very important. So you have to get a good quality of sleep. So I say all that to say I had a rough night last night. Okay. As I mentioned, my stomach is still not settled. And I feel like I gotta go to the bathroom, but I have not been able to go to the bathroom. So there's that. It's just been, like on 10, right? Now, the reason why I'm explaining this to you, because if these are, yes, it does. Miss Make It Shake says it intensifies anxiety, and it absolutely does. Okay. So I'm saying this to you because you guys know that since I've been, doing some research and dealing with some things, I said a plethora of things. That is not an exaggeration. I've been dealing with a plethora of things. Okay. I had a cancer scare this year. My mom has an aneurysm that she's been living with, that she has to now go and have a procedure done to have it removed. I'm still dealing with some residual fallouts from a breakup of some sort. I mean, just you name it, a plethora of things, okay, that are not so insurmountable that it's like, oh, just process it and get over it. And in the Black community, thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, ginger root for the stomach, ashwagandha, and valerian root for the anxiety, all herbal. Thank you. Yeah, I've been taking ashwagandha. I'm taking so many vitamins right now. Like when I take vitamins, it's almost making me sick because I'm taking too many vitamins at once. Like I got sick a couple weeks ago. I thought I was having a heart attack because I was sleeping in the middle of the day and I woke up, my heart was pounding so bad. I thought I was having a heart attack. It scared the daylights out of me because when I got up and went to the bathroom, I thought I had to use the restroom, and then I had to end up throwing up at the same time. So it was horrible. So I really thought that I was having a heart attack. I called my mom and told my mom that I was in the bathroom sick. So, you know, if I didn't call her back in a few, that emergency paraphernalia, I mean not paraphernalia, but emergency paramedics can come and get into my house. Okay. So like I'm dealing with all of these dang on things, right? All of these things. Okay. Now, I'm saying this to say, or informing you of these things so that you can understand why it is imperative that when you share with other people that you are dealing with mental health issues, we need to stop underscoring what that is, right? We need to stop acting as if this is some made up thing that people are going through. We need to respect the fact that people have life going on. Life comes at you fast. There have been ample studies done specifically on Black women, which I am, about how we are dying at young ages from weathering. And what does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Weathering means when you wake up in the morning, you are in fight or flight all day long. All day long, you are in fight or flight. That means from the time you wake up, preparing yourself, no, you're not, Dallas. From the time you wake up to the time that you prepare yourself for work, go to work, come home from work, dealing with your family life, you are so exhausted because you've been in fight or flight all day, in which I didn't realize that I was doing that because I was just managing and coping until it became too much. Okay. Now, my point in saying that piece of the story is that when you tell people that I am having an issue with something and I need time to collect my thoughts, I need time to heal, I need time to process what I'm dealing with, you need to be made aware that when people try to tell you, oh, it's nothing wrong with you, oh, you only need this, do not gaslight people into thinking that they have made something up, that they're crazy, they're exaggerating, they're lying. What other ways that can come up, right? And so if you are struggling with something and you are communicating to others that you are struggling with something, you have every right to have your voices and your concerns heard. And you also have every right to have safety in that conversation to where you should be able to say what you're experiencing without judgment, without ridicule, without labels, because the manipulation piece is the gaslighting piece is a form of manipulation. Okay? And people have got to understand that you do not get the right to control my narrative of what my experience is. You can't tell me that. Okay? So, I'm saying that to say, as an insight, because I feel like, you know, what, in full respect of everyone who I've worked with, right? There's a lot of people who are dealing with these anxious feelings, and I think that we are all just conditioned to mislabel what it is we're truly experiencing and what it is that we're truly feeling. And that's what makes this unfair to the person who's going through this. If you're dealing with infidelity, and that is, yeah, it is. It really is, Josh. Josh says nobody does that. It's literally taking away the First Amendment. Yes, it is. So, I'm saying this to say, when you're going through these relationship situations with people and you're having physiological responses to the things that you're feeling, which anxiety creates a physiological response, i.e. can't sleep, the unsettled stomach, the loss of appetite, the loss of hair. I can't think of all the other symptoms and how they come up, but I'm trying to think of things that I've been dealing with. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot, right? So I say that to say, when you go on your journey and you're dealing with love and matters of the heart, and you're starting to have these symptoms, and it doesn't even have to be a matter of the heart. It can be so much as a condition of life, stress, whatever it is that's weighing on you, okay? Whatever it is weighing on you. If you find yourself trying to communicate with someone who is gaslighting you into thinking it's nothing wrong with you, just shake it off, just grow up, it's not that simple. It is not that simple. And we need to show people a lot more respect and dignity and some type of empathy and understanding life is complex. Life is difficult. Life can be very challenging. My life does not look like your life. My house don't look like your house. The dynamics of my relationships doesn't always have to look like yours. If we have those things in common, great. We're very fortunate to have those things in common. But in life, this is a diverse planet with diverse people. And people have issues. That's the reality. No one is a robot to where they can get up and go 365 year after year after year after year and think that things are not going to build up and cause you problems in your everyday life. And if you are one like myself who had this image of what being a strong black woman or a strong black man or whatever your identity is, person, even the strongest get weak at times. Even the strongest get tired a lot of times. You need to go to therapy, find a therapist. I mean, work with your therapist. I've been going to therapy since 2020. Been going since 2020. But if you find yourself being in these situations where you are dealing with these symptoms and, these different things, I strongly recommend that you find yourself support groups and deal with people who are elevating you and who are allowing you to show up as your authentic self. I am so thankful that I have at least one friend who is so non-judgmental, and I can tell her pretty much anything about what I'm going through and she will listen. But everybody's not that fortunate. And everybody, or some people, are maybe going through circumstances where they're just, a lot of people code switch all day long. Code switching is not just changing your voice so you can sound like this. It's changing your hair. It's changing how you walk. It's changing how you dress. It is changing who you are. And if you can't show up in those relationships as your authentic self and say, hey, you know what? I'm dealing with some stuff right now and it's weighing on me. It's heavy. Those are the friends that you need in life. Okay. Those are the friends that you need in life. And if it's always superficial, always about the kids, always about the job, always about whatever, If you can't be honest and vulnerable and raw, even with your partner, it's time to switch it up. It's time to move around. It is time for you to find a tribe of people that are going to support you on your journey. Support is not just limited to internal support of your household and your immediate family. Support can be external. It is external. It's the community. Okay? So I'm sharing this with you in the event that you may have been experiencing these seasons of sadness, depression, anxiety, grief, isolation, loneliness, withdrawing, feeling like you can't open up and speak to people, feeling like you can't be yourself, being demotivated, all of those things. That's how it festers and manifests in your life. Okay? That's how it shows up in your life. You guys may ask me, well, Mimi, how do you get up every day and you still come and pour into us? Because this is, hey, BB, this is my social interaction for the day. Because I don't want to talk to anybody else. I don't. But what I had to come to realize was that this is a side effect of all of these other things that I have been dealing with that I didn't realize that were becoming a big problem and a big deal. And what I am telling you is, I don't give a hoot if it is the size of a mustard seed. If it is an issue for you, you do not deserve to be gaslit into thinking it is nothing. If you said it is something, it is something. Okay? It is something. All right? So, with that being said, I know that was a long insight, but I really wanted to get that off my chest, and I really wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's important for you to understand. It has no face. You can't look at a person and say, oh, you don't look depressed. Y'all see those commercials with a girl in the office working and she got the sign up to her face with a smiley face on and she just barely there? Okay? What does it look like? You have people in Hollywood right now who have had everything, who didn't look like they were broken in spirit, but they were, and removed themselves from the face of the world. And nobody knew. Case in point, look at the guy Twitch and what's going on with him. So I'm telling you, it has no face. There's no picture for what this stuff looks like. People do a really good job concealing it every day because they're doing the best that they can do. And because society has told them, you don't get the right to walk around and be sad and depressed. You don't get the right to process your emotions. Suck it up, buttercup. And that is the most dismissive thing that a person can ever say to somebody. So if someone is coming to you, I am imploring you today to reconsider your approach, you know, and how you handle them, but help them navigate their situations and their circumstances more appropriately, okay? So, with that being said, if y'all ready to get into this overall energy reading, I need to see those drums in the chat. Let's see those drums in the chat. Let's see those drums in the chat, because I'm curious to see what does this have to do with the reading today. All right. Hey, Mira, welcome. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need to see those drums and let's go. All right. So thank y'all for my Mimi minute. Mimi's medical minute. All right. Again, please be patient with me if I have to step away to go to the restroom because I do not feel good. BB, I did not have a earworm today. It was more so medical minute updates about how to deal with anxiety and depression. All right, so here we go. If you're watching live this morning on TikTok, make sure you guys go ahead and watch on YouTube. TikTok is going away tomorrow, y'all, folks. It is going away tomorrow. So therefore, we have to stick together. All right. Spirit, for the harm of none and the benefit of all, please give me clear and precise messages that will benefit the collective at large, that will resonate for those who will see it and those who need to hear it. We thank you for protecting my energy. We thank you for protecting my life. We bind, block, and remove any demonic or satanic force that's going to operate in this vicinity, in this complexity. Amen. All right, ears wide open. Ears wide open, okay? So, we have a fox, y'all. All right, and I believe I told you guys once before that foxes come in many different breeds, almost like dogs, and foxes are very interesting animals, okay? They're very interesting animals. But I do feel like you cannot trust a fox. That's why foxes have always had bad reps. But if you look at this particular fox, and they're funny looking animals too, because they're so small, but they have these big old ears. But they can hear any and everything, okay? So, as the message says, this is about your ears being wide open, being receptive, and needing to hear, okay? Be on the lookout. Be resourceful, but be on the lookout. All right? And honestly, as we look at this fox's position, he is very much so on the defense. Okay? He sees something that isn't right, and he is on the defense, all right? Got his ears wide up like do. Or I don't even have to do that. Let's get some sound effects going, okay? The fox suspects that there is something going on, and he is okay? So we got that going on. Now, what is the truth that we need to hear for our journey? What is the truth that we need to hear for our journey? What is the truth that we need to hear for our journey? Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. I know that I cannot change the past. So there was something to happen in the past that has caused great regret, which can also bring forth anxiety if you're not able to accept what has happened. It can cause a lot of regret. All right. Now, how does this show up for us in our lives? How does this show up for us in our lives? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody on TikTok. We are live on YouTube today. You are behind the scenes TikTok folks, so go ahead and follow me and watch me on YouTube if you want to have the full experience. Good morning, Gigi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is showing up in our lives as we indulge, okay? So when we talk about indulging, you may have overindulged in something. You may have participated in something, which is why this regret card is here, because it's like, you know what? I cannot change what I've done in the past. When I think about this indulge card, what comes to mind is I keep seeing somebody with infidelity. That's the best example that's coming to mind. It's like an unfaithful situation, right? where somebody was, Grand Rising Angie, an unfaithfulness where someone has not only, had an infidelity, but like an ongoing infidelity, right? So there's like an overindulgence that to me, okay, so in simple forms, it's okay to eat candy, but it's not okay to eat candy all day, every day. You understand what I'm saying? You can indulge and participate, but when you eat the whole big king size bag, that is an overindulgence, right? So, we want to make sure that we're not doing that, okay? Now, when we get to this soul whisper, Spirit, what is the soul whisper for today? What is the soul whisper for today? What is the soul whisper for today? Okay. Truth. All right. We're dealing with truth, which is where there needs to be some form of communication about it, right? Which is why we have the ears wide open. Okay. You need to be open to be receptive to listen. Someone is coming forward, if not you. They regret something and they need to have a conversation with you that's about the truth and their indulgences. Now, for those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, when you see me come and read from this book, it's not because I can't read the card and tell you what it is. It's because I like the precise messaging here, okay? 3 things cannot be hidden long. Oh, I said that backwards. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. That is a quote from Buddha. Consider whether there is a truth that you are not facing at the present. Oh my God, y'all. Did I not just talk about this when I was doing the insight and talking about anxiety? Hey, Kim. Was I not talking about this when I was talking about anxiety? Okay. So here, maybe somebody is anxious about the conversation that they need to have with somebody. All right. Consider whether there is a truth that you're not facing at present. Sometimes the facts of a matter lie in a shadow of the reality too painful, too difficult to bear. Good morning. Y'all, I promise y'all, we just spoke about this for 30 minutes. Okay, Abundant Risings, Jata, welcome back. Okay. Regardless of attempts made to avoid reality of a situation, realize no amount of pretending, covering up, or distortion can alter the truth. Recognize that the truth need not be a burden. Though it may be difficult to face at first, it also functions as a key, unlocking the door to many freedoms. Ask yourself whether holding back is worth the angst of not speaking up. Choose to communicate your truth in a loving and respectful way. Most often, you will experience a cathartic release. When you let go of feelings or thoughts that are keeping you anchored in one place, you set your sights on things that really matter. Lies. I know, right? Miss Make It Shake said, wow. Because, girl, was we not just talking about this, Shake? We was talking about this. Okay? Lies, deceit, and untruthfulness will bind your heart and mind, but the truth will set you free. This is about honesty, peace, candor, and release. Okay? This is about you refusing to bind yourself with lies. I unlock my heart with the truth. This is about your throat chakra. Okay, this is about your throat chakra. Now, this is bonkers because we literally were talking about this. We literally were talking about this. Okay, hey Bobby, welcome back. We literally were just talking about this. All right, there is no amount of lying, pretending, or misleading that can alter the truth. Now, I know a lot of y'all might have been uncomfortable with me talking about mental health. But when you think about what I told you, I have been going going. I had my therapist to tell me that I was angry. I said, what do you mean I'm angry? She said, oh no, you're angry. This is the second therapist who told me I was angry, okay? And I was just like, I don't think that I'm angry. She said, oh no, you're angry. I said, well, when I hear the word angry, I think of someone who is yelling, red face, curse words. You know, that's what I think about anger. She says, no, it shows up in different ways. Now that it's been brought to my attention that I'm angry, I realize how short of a fuse sometimes I'm on, which is the agitation from the other things that I talked about, right? Listen, Bobby knows I can be angry. Now that I know what that is, oh yeah, I can get real angry. I try not to, but I didn't even realize that I was angry from the beginning. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if I thought that I was a 1 and you're telling me that I'm a 7, 8, 9, then why am I angry? What is underneath that iceberg of anger? Okay? Well, it's the embarrassment, it's the shame, it's the humiliation, it is the grief, it is the sadness, it's the lonely, you know, all of those other things. So now that you're starting to name these feelings that are developing an emotion, now it's like, oh, I get it. I was angry. Okay? And so we need to realize that these are real things. Okay? And if that's your truth that you're living, you deserve the right to say, you know what? I am angry about this. I am hurt about this. And you also have the right to be able to communicate this out to people without them gaslighting you and telling you it ain't a big deal. That's what I'm saying. If you are in a space where you feel like this is not some little fluke, you have the right to say, I don't like the way you did that. And not hear, bruh. I don't want to hear bruh. Okay? All right, here we go. If you're just now joining me on TikTok, we are live on YouTube this morning. You are behind the scenes on TikTok. Go on over to YouTube and watch us. All right, here we go. Because, I mean, like, when TikTok goes down, that's where I'm going to be anyway. All right, here we go. So, what is the insight? Patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. So, you're being encouraged today to be patient. Okay? To be patient today. Make sure that you are giving yourself some time. And when we talk about patience in a vein of mental health as well, you know, you have to be patient with yourself. That you're not going to heal all at once. That you're not going to process everything all at once. You may make 10 steps forward and then something triggers you and takes you back 10 steps or 3 steps. It is a evolving process. Like, I need for people to stop making healing seem like it's a one-stop shop. Boop, you're healed. It don't work like that. Healing is a repeated process. Okay? And you have got to be patient with yourself. Now, what is the news? What is the news? What is the news? What is the news? Hey, Kimberly, welcome. Spiritually woke, self-awareness, cutting through the illusions and detaching from the ego. Y'all, I cannot wait. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Because I know y'all heard me talking about this when we were talking about the anxiety, grief, depression, coming to the realization that you ain't good like you thought you been good. Having to acknowledge those painful things in your life that you've been putting off and putting on the back burner over and over and over and over and over again. This is about you waking up and saying, you know what? No, I'm not good. No, it's not cool. No, that wasn't right. And not being afraid to stand up for yourself by any means necessary. If you don't stand up for you, who gonna stand up for you? Who gonna fight for you? I'll wait. Let me know who's gonna fight for you. If you don't open up your mouth to speak for you, then who's gonna fight for you? All right. What is the tea? What is the tea? What is the tea? Exactly. Karma says, who do I have to tell anything to? I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. We be on this journey alone. When you really think about it, many of us are not fortunate enough to go home and tell a husband or to tell a wife and have them to handle things and take things off of our plate. Yeah, we all got wounds. We all got things. You know, we all are dealing with trauma. Every last one of us. So, what is the tea? What is the tea? And just because you're telling somebody about what you're going through, hey, Lisbeth, just because you're telling somebody about what you're going through doesn't particularly mean either that they can relate, because no two paths are alike. Nobody's wearing the same pair of shoes. Y'all can walk down the same dang on street at the same dang time at the same dang on pace. My feet can be hurting and yours cannot because we're wearing two different pairs of shoes. So even though we know what this journey feels like you think about when you go hiking with somebody. Y'all both had the same experience, but y'all got two different perspectives on how it went. You understand what I'm saying? So just because you can relate to somebody doesn't particularly mean that it's like for like. Hey, boo. Welcome. Y'all go over to YouTube. We live on YouTube this morning. Well, we here too, but you know, YouTube. All right, here we go. Threatening, intimidating, threatened or bothered. Somebody's being threatened here. Which goes back to talking about anxiety, not having peace. Not having peace. Okay? The true emotion here is, look, y'all, I had to write words on cards around me so I can keep myself motivated. So I write like these little messages, and I put like little index cards around the house with my biblical scriptures that mean something to me. Yes, yes, yes. Lydium said amen. Yeah. I have to write messages to myself because sometimes I have to keep from crying. Like I have these breakout crying spells. And I just have to, when I find myself going there, I have to find something to refocus my energy on, okay? Anyway, the true emotion. Divine feminine. So we got a divine feminine energy here. Okay? I don't know how this is going to show up, but we definitely do have a divine feminine energy here. All right? Let me switch this around so it can stop messing with the glow on the card. There we go. All right. So we got divine feminine energy here. All right. Let's see. What lies beneath all of this? What lies beneath all of this? Private relationship. Okay, somebody, didn't I tell y'all when we pulled this indulge card, the first thing that came to mind was that of a third party relationship. Remember I told y'all about that? I said it's like you had an affair once, but you didn't stop. You just kept doing it over and over again. Raise your hand in the chat if you heard me when I said that. There's a private relationship here. Oh. Y'all, the private relationship threatening to go public. That's what I'm getting. All right, here we go. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Okay, inferno, chaos, job loss, life crumbling. All right, so somebody's going through hard times right now. Like that karma is starting to pick up and it's starting to sink in. All right. I'm hearing workplace affair for some reason. A workplace affair. All right. When we look into the yin and yang, what do we see? When we look into the yin and yang, what do we see? What is the influential energy here? Karma. I just said that. Karma, balance, weighing things out, cause and effect, choices, wanting to make things right. All right. So this got something to do with karma. Somebody is walking a very tight rope. Karma. All right. What is the true crime here? What is the true crime here? What is the true crime? Okay. Female came up again. So there's definitely a third party female somewhere here. All right, there's definitely a third party female here. And what's interesting is that we have a female on every card that came down here at the bottom. So person B is absolutely a female. Person A is masculine energy because you have the threatening here with the masculine hands. There's definitely a man's hands. So he's the one that's providing these threats. There is a private relationship. Even on this card, we have a male and a female here. But then on this karma card, we got a woman here. So maybe someone is starting to find their voice. They're coming forward. They're telling the truth. They're exposing somebody that they've been in a private relationship with, possibly. Oh, God. This is messy this morning. The truth is coming out. Messy, messy, messy. Oh, my Lord. What my boy say? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Ooh. Y'all sure y'all don't want to watch this on YouTube this morning? Y'all better go on over to the YouTube. This about to get messy pants, okay? Messy. I'm here for it, though. Y'all know I'm here for it. You know why I'm here for it? Because I enjoy being in your business and out of mine for just a couple hours out of the day. That's all. I'm just saying. Please make my stomach stop hurting because I'm still dealing with anxiety over here, okay? Let me have something else to focus on because me over here trying to process my stuff, it ain't working right now. I'm out of order. I'm out of commission, all right? All right, here we go. This is the messiest thing. Ooh, Lord. All right, Spirit. Does this person love us or love us not? Love us or love us not? Do they love us or love us not? Ooh, child. Y'all, if y'all know this about to be a messy read, I want y'all to put the little pooping face emoji down in the chat and put some toilet paper. We ain't had to have a toilet paper emoji in a long time. We ain't had to have the toilet paper. We got to go to Costco and Sam's Club and buy some toilet paper because I feel like this is about to be some big old mess. This is about to be some messy stuff. And if this your business, I'm so sorry. I am exploiting you at this time because I am up, baby. Y'all need to go ahead and find the toilet paper emoji and the little poop face emoji because this we got to get into this. We got to find out whose business this is because I'm telling you, it's coming in. It's coming in right now.
All a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, it's coming in. It's coming in, y'all. It's coming in, sugar. Oh Lord. If y'all watching on TikTok, go ahead and watch us on the YouTube because we over there. All right. Does this person love us or do they not? Do they love us or do they not? Do they love us or do they not? Nope. They're cold towards you. My heart isn't open to anyone because how I was hurt in the past. Talking about trauma. This is about being heartbroken. Oh my God, y'all. If we ain't made a full circle this morning, and y'all thought I was just talking, meandering. I mean, I was sharing because that was the insight. But y'all see how these insights tie into everything that I tell y'all? I mean, you see it. You see it. Here goes this YouTube thing bothering me. This TikTok thing bothering me. There we go. You see it. All right. Last but not least, this about to be messy. What is blocking us from this relationship? What is blocking us from this relationship? What is blocking us in this relationship? What is blocking us in this relationship? Oh Lord, this messy. Oh goodness, this is messy. Messy, messy, messy. Changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Okay? So somebody's trying to change somebody in this. This is what's blocking you. All right? I feel strongly somebody knew somebody was married. Okay? And you thought you had the magic poom poom and you was going to change the situation. That's what I'm getting. Out of curiosity, I'm going to pull a changing life situation card. And I'm going to ask Spirit, what is the changing life situation here? What is the changing life situation here? Because I want to know. I want to know, what is the changing life situation here, Spirit? What is the changing life situation here? Trust the process, embrace uncertainty, have faith in the journey that is before you. It also talks about divine timing, being patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. Okay, so this is the second time, Grand Rising, everybody. This is the second time that we got something up here talking about patience this morning, okay? So, I'm telling y'all, if y'all watching on TikTok this morning, you might want to venture on over to YouTube and subscribe so you can get this reading and others moving forward once TikTok is no longer open for business. This is about to be a very, very, very messy read. So if you want all the insights where you can see it, go on over there now. Ding, 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 ding. I'm trying to tell you, You got to go on over there because, child, it's time for us to get ready to get into this business. If y'all ready to figure out whose business this is, I need y'all to hit those drums in the chat. Put those drums in the chat because it's time for us to figure out whose business is this because this is the mess. Child, this is the messiest. All right. Y'all ready to get into this reading, y'all? Here we go. Where are those drums? Let's go. Now, as we shift from obtaining insights to discussing potential partners, it's important to know that I'm reading for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So just because I don't call your sun sign doesn't mean I'm not talking to you. Even if I am reading for your particular Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign, and that the messages are not aligning with you, that's fine too. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Okay, this is a collective. It's over 100 people in the chat right now. I don't know. Who knows what's going on with who? I don't know. I'm just reading a collective energy. All right. So, whose business is this exactly? And then I'm going to ask a question after that. Okay. Person A, masculine energy, is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, coming in with the death card in reverse. Resistant to change. We just talked about that with this card. Okay? Resistant to change. Fearing change. Holding on. Stagnation. Decay. Personal transformation. All right? Coming in with the death card in reverse. All right? The person that they could be dealing with is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, coming in as a 10 of swords in reverse. Can't get worse. Only upwards. Recovery, regeneration, resisting an inevitable end. Okay? Yeah, you've been stabbed at the back. It's over. You hit the bottom of you at the bottom. You done hit the mother freaking bottom. You're at the bottom. Y'all know I gotta laugh to keep from crying. You at the bottom. You at the bottom, sis. Now, remember I said I was going to ask a question afterwards. So I told y'all that in advance, okay? My question was if you guys are, if somebody is married. That was going to be my question. We do have the heartbreak here. Okay? We do have the heartbreak here. All right? Now, I'm going to ask the question. You going down, down, baby, yo street in the Range Rover. Can't make it up. All right. So, I'm going to ask this question. Spirit, with clear and precise messages, is one of the individuals in this reading married? Is the gentleman in this relationship married? Or is the female? Somebody's married. I'm telling you right now. But I feel like it's the male. Okay, so I got two no's. But. You have the devil here in reverse, okay? Releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachment, freedom, restoring control, resentment, and a lack of will, okay? So this also piggybacks on the resistant to change, all right? So remember we had that here, and then we had the heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, divorce, loss, and depression, which this points back to what we were talking about in the beginning of this reading when I did the insight for today. All right. So we definitely got anxiety going on, folks. We definitely got anxiety going on. And somebody not wanting to change. So perhaps maybe somebody's been dealing with somebody, and instead of them going forward and being public and forthcoming with, hey, beloved, welcome back, Rocky. Instead of somebody coming out and being open and out in the world and letting everybody know this my girl, this my man, they trying to keep it in private. They don't want nobody knowing that they got a girl. And it's because their heart is not open. They're hurt based on the traumas from the past. They're cold towards you. Woo, child. My Lord, if y'all ready to get into this reading, why were they talking divorce? I don't know. They could be. I didn't talk about divorce yet. Oh, you talking about the card that talks about divorce? Maybe this person was married before in the past. We'll find out. If y'all ready to get into this reading, y'all, I need to find a magnifying glasses. We need to find those magnifying glasses. I feel like this is about to be some good, juicy drama. I need some entertainment for the day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The way I feel, I need an outlet, and I'm going to have a good day based on your experience, and this is at your expense, and I apologize in advance for this being at your expense. I do empathize with you, but I need to have a good laugh right now, all right? So, if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need to see them magnifying glasses go up in the chat. And if you are joining right now over here, oh Lord, Naomi said, I asked God for a sign. Girl, then you know not to come to Pisces Tarot because I'm going to be all up in your business. Listen, if y'all on TikTok and y'all watching live this morning, okay, go ahead and come over here to YouTube and check us out because TikTok is going away tomorrow, folks. And yes, Jeff, I only deal with the Holy Spirit. All right, so if y'all ready to get into this reading, let's go, folks.
I should have followed my own. I should have followed my own intuition. I should have followed my own. I knew it. I should have followed my own. 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 Willing.
I promise you, I don't understand people. Like, y'all come into my room and you see where I say this is a collective reading. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. I say that. Do I not say that all the time? Anyway, child. All right. Spirit. What is going on? What is going on with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising? Sun, moon. Thank you. I just want to make sure somebody else knows that I say that all the time, right? Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. This is a collective reading. If you want a personal reading, no offense, don't be trying to penny pinch and make something fit you that doesn't fit you. Just book a personal reading. I can tell you what you want to know, but you got to book a personal reading. All right, here we go. Who's that over there laughing? LOA, how did I know that was you? All right, y'all, here we go. Spirit, Holy Spirit, what is going on? And I got my goal. And thank y'all. Go ahead and go on over to the YouTube and watch us on YouTube. All right, here we go. What is going on? These cards being stubborn today. These cards are being stubborn today. And it's typically the people who are new. And I don't try to be offensive when I say that. But y'all guppies, y'all know. Y'all know me, right? Y'all know I tell y'all every day, we all been a fool in love, and today just might be your turn. But y'all know I be telling y'all the business, and I just have to get a laugh out of it. We all get a laugh out of it because it don't make no... We all done it. We all did it. All right, I'm going to leave it alone. All right, here we go, y'all. Akia says, yes, my third time catching you. Thank you. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel because that is where we're going to go once this is kapoof. All right. So, actually, these cards are very stiff today. I don't think I want to use those cards today. Y'all know me. I'm going to laugh with you and I'm going to cry with you. Okay? Here we go. But I hate that that was his experience. All right, here we go. So here we go. Good morning, Steph. Welcome. We are behind the scenes on TikTok and we are live on YouTube. So please go on over to the YouTube channel and log on. All right, here we go. Spirit. What is going on with the water and air? Welcome, Mary. Welcome. Got first time visitor in the house. Hurry. All right. Person A is definitely masculine energy. Hey, boo, hey. Person A is definitely masculine energy. Person B is definitely feminine energy, okay? So, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you are coming in right now. Child, I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Y'all have gotten left out in the cold today. All right? You don't understand what in the world is going on, why it's happening the way that it's happening. You have been left out in the cold. It's too cold for that. I don't know if y'all saw the video on TikTok where the little young man said, if your name ain't on the lease, you must keep the peace. It is cold outside, okay? Thank you for my gift, Larry. So, welcome, Liz. Welcome. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You have been very cold and callous towards this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? You have been underestimating the effects of your life on this person, how this relationship has played a part in this experience of this other human being. What do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked. I don't feel like it is so much so as you've been left out in the cold. I'm getting you have been cold towards somebody else. Okay? You left them out in the cold. That's what I'm getting. More specifically, you're not or have not been cognizant of how you have spent all this time with this person. You frequently see this person. You make plans with this person. You see this person as a friend, right? But that can be misleading because you're doing more than we're just a friend activity, right? You can meet a friend for coffee. Periodically, you may be meeting them for lunch. That's a friend. All day, every day, okay, is not just a friend, right? And so it's a gross mischaracterization of what it is that you're doing. Like, you're not taking accountability for how you have created this environment of delusion for this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're making them feel like they had a chance. You're making them feel like you had the opportunity to be in a relationship with somebody. You're making them feel like like this is your girlfriend. You made this person feel like a girlfriend. Let's take a step back. We got to do a poll because y'all know I like polls. If you've ever been in a relationship with somebody that y'all never had that official conversation of inviting them into a relationship, y'all never had the I want you to be my boyfriend relationship conversation, right? If you've never had that before, I want you to put a green heart in the chat. Like y'all just looked up and y'all been in a relationship with somebody, okay? If you had that experience, I want you to put a green heart in the chat. If you've been in a relationship but had the conversation, I want you to put a red heart in the chat. So if you didn't have the conversation, green heart in the chat. If you did have the conversation, I want you to put a red heart in the chat. Because what I feel like has happened is the environment here has been so consistent, so intentional. Make it shake. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, child. Yes. You've created this environment where this person is under the impression that they're your significant other. Y'all going to games together. You're going to work events together. You're traveling together. You're spending the night at each other's house. You got a drawer at that person's house. You might even have a key to their house or the garage door opener. You understand? This is a personal relationship. Let me emphasize, relationship. This is a thing. Okay, it's a thing. Did I say picking up from the airport? I'm trying to tell you. And girl, if you up there where I know you from, it ain't no quick trip to the airport. I don't care if you go to Indianapolis. I don't care if you go to Chicago, Midway, or O'Hare. It is an ordeal to pick somebody up from not from a relationship. It is an ordeal to pick somebody up from the airport. Okay? Now, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio made this person feel safe, seen, and heard. Okay? You did all of this. It's been months of this. Matter of fact, let's find out. How long has it been? Let's go there, and I want to know. Now, I'm invested now. I am invested. When we thinking about how long it's been, within 2 years, okay, 2 years, you've been dealing with this person. Y'all been having a good old time. Y'all got a beautiful courtship. Y'all friends. Friends. Every time they text you, you smiling. Every time you see that person, you getting them warm and fuzzies and all of that stuff.
You have got a new text message.
Okay? You got all that. Right? You got all that going on. Okay? Now, this is pissing me off. Oh, I hate when people do this. I told you I got anger issues. That felt good, actually. Okay. So, now that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius has finally had the wherewithal to come forth and to say, what are we doing? Because y'all know it's always the woman who brings it up. It ain't never the man. Sister girl here, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? How is this going to evolve into something? Like, what do next steps look like? I like you, you like me. We're talking about water and air, sun, moon, Venus, and rising. Okay? I like you, you like me. You know, I feel like this is going somewhere. I feel like this has, thank you, Belinda. I feel like this has some merit. I feel like we had a really good connection. I feel like we're doing what we do. You know, I like you. Y'all might even be on the verge of saying, ooh. Y'all ever been there before when y'all with somebody and you like them so much and then you almost slip up and say it. And then you just can't. You might have even almost slipped up and said it in the heat of passion. You know, like, oh, y'all know what y'all be doing, okay? I ain't gonna tell you what just came to my mouth, but my third eye. I'm not gonna tell y'all that. But y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Okay? Now, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is going through a revelation of where they're like, you know what? I gotta detach from this because this is not going anywhere. Okay? With the Six of Cups. All right? Saying now, listen. The way that you make me feel, I will never deny myself that. You made me feel good. You made me feel everything. I'm a little confused as to how you don't want something more than what it is. I'm a little bit confused about how did we get to this point where you're fixing my car, you're cutting my grass, if I need you at the doctor's, you're on the medical call list for in case of emergency. All of these different things, right? That's how that goes, right? You have somebody who is this is your rock. Whether they want to accept it or not, this is your rock. Rock. Okay? This is the person that you call mutually. But you have this person here who is doing all the things but refuses to deal with his anxiety and his relationship traumas and doesn't want to fully open up to commit because he was hurt in the past. Feels heartbroken. Okay? Feels heartbroken. All right? Asking you for patience because y'all never had a heated conversation like this before. I mean, heated. Right? This conversation went bad. It blew up immensely. It was terrible.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up. Okay?
This was not a pleasurable experience for anybody. Okay? And this came to the point where the feminine energy here had to decide, I have to love myself more and choose to walk away from this very thing that brings me so much joy, so much comfort, so much ease. I like you, but I can't keep wasting my time. Right? Especially as you start to get older. So I don't know if this particular individual is mid 30s. When I say mid 30s, I'm thinking 33 to 35-ish, 37-ish. So coming to the realization that, I want kids. And I don't want to be a single parent. You don't want to have kids. You don't want to be in a relationship. Cool. But I don't need to waste any more of my time. It's already been at least 2 years. Okay? So I don't want to waste any more of my time. Okay? This is me waking up. Okay? Me realizing who I am. All right? This is the self-awareness. This is me cutting through the illusions and detaching from the ego. I've allowed you to play in my face for the past 2 years. But I know who I am. All right? I'm divine feminine energy. All right? I can always get another you in a heartbeat. And it's realizing that if you stay here, you're going to be changing them. And they don't want to change. They like things the way that they are. They cool with just being the friend. And it's embarrassing. It's outright embarrassing. You go somewhere, you don't even know how to introduce yourself to this person. You be like, oh, this is Kevin, my friend. This is my friend Kevin. They're like, girl, you've been bringing Kevin to all the parties for the last 10 years. What's up with that? And y'all over here like,
hold up.
You understand? This is a problem. Okay, this is a problem. But he wants to keep everything private. Okay? And he doesn't like the way that these conversations are going. This is intimidating to him. This is threatening. He's really bothered by it. Now, you will say, why is he bothered by it? Well, because of the past heartache and trauma that he has not dealt with prior to you. He doesn't want to be committed to anybody. It's not because he can't. He obviously knows what to do because he's doing it. Doing it all for free. He doesn't want to run the risk of having to deal with the heartbreak that comes with it. And so if you think about it from that perspective, this is somewhat reflective of someone who overcompensates in a relationship and emotionally detaches to avoid that feeling of rejection, neglect, and abandonment down the line. So this is definitely trauma speaking through him and his actions. Because if you over here acting like a husband, why you don't want to be one? You're doing everything under the sun. I wouldn't even be surprised if y'all even moved in officially together. Okay? Y'all doing it. Y'all doing it. So what's the big deal? You know, he may even be telling you, oh, I just need you to be a little bit more patient with me. Just give me a little few. I'm trying to work some things out. It'll be worth it, I promise you. Breadcrumbing you. You understand? Breadcrumbing you. But this is where that overindulgence that I spoke about earlier is coming into play. Because it wasn't just enough for us to kick it, you know, every couple of weeks, once a quarter, maybe twice a year. You want to see me every day, every other day. And then when I have the audacity to ask you, where do you see this relationship going? Can you give me some clarity about what the next steps look like? Now all of a sudden he like,
what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
oh, now you stuttering? Like, what do you mean? What do I mean by that? You heard me very clearly when I asked the question. Next thing you know, that sent him off on a tinsel. Next thing you know, he over here just like, what? You understand? That quick. That happened. Okay? Now, the pros here. The star card. All right? There is a lot of hope here. There's a lot of potential here. You understand? You got somebody that you know that if you... It is not a misfire. If you put your one foot in front of the other and went towards this, you will have everything that you've always wanted because you got it now. This is a classic case of buying, wanting your cake and eating it too. Classic case of that. Okay? Classic case. If you've ever been in a relationship with somebody and they always wanted to have their cake, but then they wanted to eat it too, right? If you've ever been in that situation before, I want you to put a black heart in the chat. I want you to put a black heart in the chat. I know somebody over here saying, I'm too good to save. That's right, baby. I'm too good. You better indulge. Enjoy. I'm too good to save. Okay? Because what are you saving this for? Whoever goes in the freezer, besides my mother, whoever goes in the freezer and pull out some old cake from 8 months ago and want to eat it? Like, who do that? Who does that? Okay? Who? Got me sound like an owl. Who? Kelly said me. I know. People do it. But the point is, most people, once you wrap it up and put it in the back of your freezer, you don't forget it's back there. All right? So, this relationship has a lot of potential. It has a lot of alignments, a lot of ease and flow. Like, I keep going back to that, right? It is full of love. Like, I can't stress it enough. This is not one of those something to do's that you don't have no feelings. No, you be having feelings for this person. When you see them, it's like the angel stars singing. When y'all connecting, it's like, you understand? There is a vibe here that is unmatched to like any other thing that you both have ever experienced. This is your rock. Okay? This is that person for you. You are that person for them. You understand what I'm saying? That is how that goes. So why is this water sign so apprehensive and resistant to change? Why are they not wanting to come forward? Why are they not wanting to grow up and matriculate and go to the next step? What are you waiting for? Well, they are absolutely going against the Wheel of Fortune. And they're wondering why their life is falling apart. You're going against the things that God has for you. You wondering why listen, homegirl is in the inferno with you. Okay? Y'all dealing with job losses. Y'all dealing with chaos. Your life falling apart. You know, and homegirl is just over here showing up for you. Showing up. And you just over here like treating her like she ain't worth it. If this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be honest with themselves, they absolutely know that you're worth it. That's why they don't want to get off the pot. Didn't I tell y'all we was going to need that paper towel today? Not the paper towel, the toilet paper. This is why they don't want to get off the pot. Because they know that the moment they tell you they're not ready, you're gone. They know the moment that they tell you they don't want to be married, you're gone. They know the moment that they tell you, I don't think that we have the same values in life, you're gone. So guess what they're doing? They're intentionally breadcrumbing you. They're intentionally breadcrumbing you, telling you, just be a little bit more patient with me. Breadcrumbing you. Making you feel like you don't have a case in point. They're making you feel like you are making things up, that you're anxious and that you're having difficulty with understanding that you're, you know, those things that we talked about in the insights. They're gaslighting you. They're doing all of this to keep you holding on because they know the moment that they're forced to get up, you're going to have somebody else. They know what they got. They know what they got. They know that they have a real woman over here. And they know that at this point, when that conversation was had, they knew then that the time was up. Okay? They knew that. Now, what is this trying to teach them? You can't sit around here and play games and just act like you don't understand why people are feeling the way that they're feeling and saying the things that they're saying and not wanting to be in this. You're wasting this girl's time pretending like it's not an ordeal, like it's not an issue, like it's not you know, like it's like I mean, make it make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Make it make sense. You are coming around this girl, giving her false hope, and then want to call her delusional because she says, I thought we were in a relationship. Why would she not think that you were in a relationship?
You've got mail.
Why would she not think that? You doing everything else for her, making her feel like she got some type of skin in the game, only to come back and tell her that she don't. You what?
Bumblecard!
What do you mean? What is this trying to, what do you need to do to heal, water signs? You need to get prepared. need to get prepared. You need to stop acting like you don't have what it takes. You got to get your stuff together. Okay? You got to get your stuff together. You have been running around here holding on to past hurts from 1987. Okay? Walking around here feeling as though you don't owe anybody anything, sending mixed messages, sending mixed signals, causing all of this turmoil, right? Because we talked about it. We talked about it here. All right? You've been walking around here misleading this person and denying them of their right to have access to the truth. And the truth is, yes, you have been wasting her time. But it has been a value add. And you know that this person wants to be married. You know they want kids. You know that they want to, they want life with somebody that's not make-believe. And you over here trying to make them feel like if they come with you, they'll see the world of their pure imagination. We too old for imaginary friends and relationships. We too old to be playing house. Too old. But you got this little poor girl over here thinking that if I just hang in there, it won't end on a bad note. The reality is, this is as bad as it's going to get. And we've spoken about that. We've spoken about that. It came out in the foundational energy of this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is as bad as it's going to get. So yes, I've wasted 2-3 years of my life dealing with you, but I'm gaining a lifetime with somebody else who want to be with me.
It's all right, mama.
Yes, coming out stronger and wiser on the other side. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Now, get the 9 of Wands here, which tells me that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is not going to be willing to give this up easily. They're not going away quietly. I'll tell you that. They are not going away quietly. They're ready to put up a fight. They're not going to be listen, they ain't going to be passive about this. I said what I said. This person knows you got the goods. In every shape, form, and fashion. They know that. They know that. They see you. They know that you wifey quality. But they also know that it's time to either poop or get off the pot. They know that. They know that. But the question then becomes, why you walking around here still playing games with folks? Why are you still playing with people? Make up your mind. You can't be on this side and then run interference on the other side. You got to pick one. You got to pick a side. Either you're going to be for me or you're going to be for you. Which one is it? But if this ain't what you want, let me go in peace. Let me go. Let me be free. Let me live and have the opportunity to go and find somebody who really wants to be with me. And stop trying to hold me back out of fear that you ain't going to find another me. Because you're right. You're not going to find another me. Get it? They're trying their best to act like they're not bothered by your decision to want to move on, but they are. This is very threatening to them. They are bothered by it, okay? I don't care how many ways they try to say that they're not bothered. They're bothered. They're big mad. They're absolutely big mad. They're absolutely disgusted with themselves. This is where, they got to come to some conclusion. They got to come to some type of conclusion. Oh, wow, Cassandra. This is why they know that they're going to have a conversation where they're going to have to confront what did and did not happen before in the past. This is where they're going to have to come forward and speak the truth. Okay? This is where they know that they've allowed this to go way too far. All right? With this indulgence. They did too much. You did too much. And now you don't want to be accountable for what you did? Remember, I told y'all at the beginning of this reading an hour ago, this fox was in a defensive position. Remember, I told y'all that. They're on guard. They're watching. They're paying attention. Okay? They are paying attention. They don't want somebody else to come and swoop in and get what they got. But this is karma. This is cause and effect. This is what you thought was in your best interest. You thought that you didn't have to take me serious. You thought you could play games with me. You thought that you could just stall me out. And you can't. She knows who she is. And she finally came to the realization that I will never be able to change you. I'm never going to be able to change you. I am never going to be able to get you to want to be somebody you don't want to be. And while that was a hard pill for her to swallow, again, I can keep looking back at the past and seeing how things once was, but I know that it can't get worse than this either. And it's time for me to move around. It's time for me to recognize that I got to trust the process. You was just preparation for the man that God got for me. I don't want to start over no more than what you want to start over. But I gave you the first right of refusal when I came to you and asked you, what did you want to do? What do you want to have happen? What do you want to, how do you want to do this? And this person just looked at you like a deer in headlights. What you supposed to do with that?
Are you crazy?
Now. Right. At least you were considerate of them. Absolutely. So. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you left them out in the cold. I'm trying to understand. You left them out in the cold. What did you expect for them to do? We're talking about water and air signs today. Water and air. So you might be a water or air sign. Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. All right, here we go. Let's see. If y'all want to see the full spread, go over to YouTube. We got the full spread going. All right, now. Really? You might have started to experiencing a high level of bickering and arguments more than what you have ever experienced before too. Okay? So just think about it from that perspective. There may be really a lot of uncomfortable things happening with this, okay? But this is why it's important to know where your placements are in your natal chart, NATAL chart, because you learn a lot about how people, it's not just about your sun sign. There are other things that are at play. Okay? Now, woo child. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is not happy with the fact that Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius have made up their mind to walk away. They left. Ooh, child. You thought you was doing something when you tried to push them out. See, that's also a form of manipulation. That is a defense mechanism. So when the conversation was had, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio tried to ice you out, push you away. So you left me out in the cold. And then you thought I wasn't going to walk away? You thought I was just going to stand there and keep ringing the doorbell and keep knocking and wait for you to open up the goddamn door when you know it's cold outside? Why would I keep on doing that? Why would I keep doing that? You closed the door on me. You left me outside in these sub-freezing temperatures. And you thought I wasn't going to walk away? So now they mad. They are not happy. I told y'all they were threatened. They're not happy with the fact that you have walked away from them. Everything that they always wanted is no longer. Everything, they're threatened. They are definitely threatened. Everything that they've always wanted is gone. Yeah, it's gone. They don't like it. They are so threatened right now. I told y'all they are threatened. They are threatened. You might want to say, why they threatening me? Because they missing out. Okay? It's exactly what I said before in the beginning of this reading. You don't get the right to tell me how I should respond to what I'm feeling. I feel what I feel. I told you how I was feeling. You don't get the right to tell me what is a whole bunch of BS.
All a bunch of bullshit.
It's not. These are my feelings that I'm entitled to experiencing, and you don't get to tell me how to feel. So now that I've walked off, I'm moving on with my life, everything that you've always wanted is starting to crumble. Again, you're going against the flow of what God had for you. This is a you problem. It's not them. You. You didn't want to open up. You didn't want to compromise. You didn't want to even just put a title on the box. You didn't want to label the box. I don't do labels. And now you're disappointed. You are hurt. You are missing this girl like it ain't nobody's business. With the star card in reverse, you are missing her like crazy. I told y'all, this is a classic case of wanting to have your cake and eat it too. This is a classic case of that. You know you ain't do right by this person. Broke her heart. That is so disheartening to put yourself in a position where you are into somebody and they not into you the way that you into them. It was so simple. All you had to do was say, you know what? Baby, you're right. You want to be my girlfriend for real, for real. That's all you had to say. But you chose to say nothing. You chose to say nothing. And the look on her face when you had nothing to say. And when she kept asking for you.
I want you to answer my question.
And you still had nothing to say.
I want to apologize.
What else is it left to talk about? at this point? What is left to talk about? Because it really feels like you're just trying to set me up for the okie doke.
Anything else?
And they cannot handle the fact that this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius has gotten to become even colder. Air signs can be very cold. They wasn't ready for you to get even colder. They never seen inside of you before. They never seen inside of you before. And here it is. Then look. Here we go. 3 of Cups. Didn't I tell y'all this person will move on and find somebody else quickly? Y'all remember when I said that? This girl got wifey characteristics, folks. You think somebody who's looking for a wifey gonna take their time, acting like they confused? No, they're not. They seen wifey. They're like, hey, little mama, what's up? You understand? They ready. You took your time. They're ready. You was indecisive. They're decisive. They're ready. You was unsure. They are sure. They're ready. Why you threatened because a real man showed up? Now you want to be all in your feelings, going and doing soul searching, trying to figure out why your life falling apart. Trying to figure out, how do I come out of this situation? How do I not put myself in this anymore? Sir, it was all a conference. You could have went to therapy a long time ago. But this is a direct result of you not wanting to do the work. You did this to yourself. And then you wonder why it's not working. What else was Gemini, Libra, Aquarius supposed to do? They gave you time and space. And you didn't take advantage. You fumbled. Let's close this out. Now, as we shift the energy to potential outcomes, I say potential because we can't control anybody's free will. If this is your story, you know what to do. You have free will over your life. You can do whatever you want to do with your life. But I can only tell you what I see from an energetic perspective. Exactly, Drippy. Played all up in their face. Played all up in their face. People be counting on you to like just not advocate for yourself. And I talked about that in the beginning of this reading when I did the insights today. I talked about that. When somebody tells you how something is making them feel, you do not have the right to like dismiss and devalue their concerns or their voice. You don't. Their feelings are their feelings. They're allowed to have those feelings. We talked about that. Exactly. There's a lot more happening than what you're hearing. All right. So here we go. The truth. That's going to be it. The truth. And they're going to be feeling real salty when they realize that this person done moved on with their lives and it's no coming back for you. Final outcome. You might as well call her Faith Evans. You gets no love from her. When I told y'all she done got even colder, you left her out in the cold, she is leaving you even colder. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. What else can you say to this? You left this girl heartbroken and disappointed. And you just keep on thinking that you're going to get another opportunity to do it again? It don't work like that. There will be a point in shift in this person's demeanor and how they come across with this Five of Wands. They're going to start trying to be a little bit more collaborative. And what I mean by that, I do see them realizing that they do have a problem, but it won't be like an immediate remedy. It feels more so like this person is going to come to the conclusion like, okay, what do I have to do to get my girl back? More so than what do I need to do to heal? So it seems very self-serving. It feels like they're just wanting to say that they went to go to therapy just to say that they went to therapy. But they really should be going to therapy more so because you want to be healed for whoever comes your way, right? So I do see them starting to be a little bit more collaborative, reaching out for help, trying to improve because they know that they got an issue. They're not connecting. But here it is. No matter what they do, this Eight of Cups is here again. No matter what they do. Girl, she has left the building. And what you don't see in this card is that she got a man behind her. You asking me, how do I know she got a man behind her? Because y'all see that? That blackness around her? This is her energy. Even though it's a different type of moon, the point is, it's not a full moon. Somebody else is in the picture. Okay? Somebody else is in the picture. But she's still walking away. Now, this is going to thrust both of y'all with this World Cup. Y'all both are going to be starting to go on new adventures. And this is going to be one of those instances where it is going to be very challenging, I feel like, for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's going to be very, very, very concerning for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio to really like get through this right now. They are they don't really know how to deal with this. Okay? They are feeling like they're having an out-of-body experience. They're feeling like they just can't process it. They're just like, what in the world is happening to me? Like, I never saw this coming. You're not going to see everything coming. That's why it's important to live in truth, in spirit and truth. That's what the card said. You got to live in the truth. You got to be truthful. Live in the truth. Live in the present. And here it is. Everything that they've been trying to avoid haven't happened. Everything they've been trying to avoid happening is happening with this Tower card in reverse. Your worst fears are coming true, which is taking us back to the anxiety, which is taking us back to the grief, which is taking us back. Everything you didn't want to have happen is happening. There it is. You didn't want to lose your girl, but you lost her. She gone, bye-bye. Okay? She gone. The harder they fall, right? The harder they fall. So, let's find out. What is some shadow work that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? What is some shadow work that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be working on at this time? Fear. I can't make this up, y'all. Fear. Face your darkest. It's the only way that you will find the guiding light. This is about anxiety, apprehension, and phobias. We talked about this in the insight today. You need to overcome your fear. What is something that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius need to overcome? What is something that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius need to overcome from shadow work, Spirit? Numbness. To feel pain is to be alive and human. This is about insensitivity, disconnection, and indifference. Girl had to cut off her heart. She had to numb herself. Remember what I told you. It can't get worse. Only upward. Recovery, regeneration. Okay? Resisting an inevitable end. The inevitable end is also here as well. Okay? We did all we was gonna do, sugar. We did all we was gonna do. That's what it is. Angels, what messages do you have for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in a relationship with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? What do you have for the people that are in this reading? What messages do you have for the people who are in this reading? Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. We already know who it was. We already know who the corporate of this was. It was that Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Wasting your good doggone time. Breadcrumbing you, deceiving you. Now they got regret. I can't change the past. Okay, you can't change the past, but you're not about to waste my future either. So run that back. This thing, I'm glad I was bent over this time so it didn't hit me in my face because this thing be hurting my nose. Reconcile fell out on the floor. So I'm going to venture to say that this person definitely wishes that they can reconcile with you, but they're not. Okay, that's going to be a lost cause. Now, Romeo and Juliet, what messages do you have for us? What messages do you have for us? Romeo and Juliet, what messages do you have for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini in this relationship? If y'all on TikTok, make sure you go to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. The link is in the bio. Wow, reconcile came out again. Resolving conflicts, letting go of the past, forget the hates, okay? So, yeah. They're going to really try to want to reconcile, and I don't think that that's going to happen. Personally, I don't think that's going to happen. What's interesting is on this reconcile card, we have birds on this card, and the last card that we pulled out, the last deck that we have is owls on there, another form of a bird, okay? So I definitely feel like this is a done deal, okay? You just in the shadow of death on your own. Not least, Spirit, when can we expect this relationship to be over? When can we expect for this relationship to be over? When can we expect for this relationship to be over? When can we expect for this relationship to be over? When is this relationship finally going to be over? August. So by August, this is going to come to a head. Before Labor Day, it's going to be over. So y'all got a couple of months. So if you are the person who's in this predicament where you know that you got a girl and you ain't over here doing this girl right and you hearing this message, you need to get yourself together right now, buddy. Else you ain't going to have a girlfriend come next year. You're going to be by yourself. All right. So, yeah. On that note, I am officially out of this business. I am Mimi the Light Seer. Thank you so much for allowing me to come into your homes and get into your business. It wasn't as juicy as I was thinking it was going to be today, but I was hoping that we was going to have a little mess, but, we had a little bit, but, we wasn't spicy mess, Anyway, I want to say thank you for all of y'all that tuned in and rocked with me for the past 2 years. I appreciate it. Listen, my TikTok family, TikTok is going dark tomorrow. Go follow me on YouTube right now, because that's how I'm gonna do these ratings right now on YouTube. All right. You can also bookmark today's reading and comment in this section below. Give me some hearts, give me some love, show me that these messages have resonated with you. But you can also play back this reading at any point in time. If you are interested in doing a personal reading, my calendar is open. You can go to Mimi Lightseer, not Mimi Lightseer, that is not my website, PiscesTarot.com, okay, PiscesTarot.com, and book a reading there, all right? Your support does mean the whole lot to me, y'all. So, unfortunately, I don't have the metrics on how many people came and gifted and all that stuff like that, because I am taking TikTok behind the scenes today. But we had a lot of people. At one point, we had almost 300 people in the room. So, that I can see, okay? But that doesn't talk about in total. So, regardless, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, giving me your time, your talent, your treasure, but most of all, settling my upset stomach, giving me the opportunity to be able to go and to see what other people are dealing with in their lives and to be able to render assistance to them. All right. So with that being said, go subscribe to my YouTube channel now. All right. All right. So I'm out of this business. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow I'm coming, but I'll be here tomorrow. Y'all know I'm coming. What Cat say? I'm coming. They know I'm coming, and I'm going to be there. All right? So, with that being said, love, live life. Bye.